The times Quagmire got wrecked and somehow still isn't dead. Number 1, got his manhood bitten off by a shark. Season 16, episode 19. It all started when Joe acquired a speedboat from the police impound lot. You know, like how you acquire a pizza by taking it out of someone else's hands. He invited the boys for a water skiing day because nothing says boys bonding like the risk of decapitation via propeller.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I love boats. Boats are my thing. Anything to get out on the open water. Enjoy the salt air. Oh, they're already gone.
No, you didn't widen enough. But you still can't come.
Trouble started the moment they tried to launch the boat. See, Peter was driving, which is like putting a blindfolded ferret behind the wheel.
Maybe we won't be going water skiing today.
Shut up, Joe.
Hey, you want some help? I do this all the time.
Get back in your car with your wife.
After exhausting every single method known to man, and one that was clearly invented mid-brain fart, Peter did the most Peter thing ever. He drove the whole dang car into the ocean. Yep, just drove it in, like it was a submarine from Fast and Furious Seafood Drift.
I feel like everyone watching knows I'm incapable of pleasing my wife sexually.
Now cut the wheel! Cut the wheel!
No, the other way!
Everyone was pumped for some aquatic action. Everyone except Cleveland, who hates seawater because it awakens the tiny demons under his skin. Totally normal. First up to ski, Quagmire, the man, the myth, the walking HR violation. Sadly, he wiped out almost instantly, and because Quagmire lives on cartoon logic, he landed directly into the gaping mouth of a shark. Because of course he did.
Oh my god, that shark's attacking Quagmire!
I think it's got him by the wiener!
Man, that guy can get anyone to do that to him.
The boys rushed to pull him back on board, and that's when they realized something was missing, something precious. Quagmire wrapped himself in a towel, looked down, and screamed like a man who just lost his Wi-Fi in the middle of a steamy live stream. His giggity goods were gone.
Oh my god, Quagmire lost his penis!
Peter, ever the quick thinker, waved a green flag to alert other boats about the danger, because clearly the international signal for "shark just bit off my friend's junk" is green.
White flag for friendly, black for not friendly, blue flag for penis loss?
Oh man, that sucks.
At the hospital, Dr. Hartman told Quagmire, "You're lucky to be alive," and then immediately followed up with, "But say goodbye to the old love cannon." Talk about bedside manner.
Oh, what's this? Is it your penis? Nah, I'm just fooling. I play that with my penisless patients to lighten the mood. Liev Schreiber gets a big kick out of it.
Quagmire understandably had a meltdown. "My life is over," he wailed. Peter tried to cheer him up by showing him a viral video of himself failing to launch the boat like a soggy idiot. Comforting? Not really, but it was on brand.
He's clearly not using it.
Stop looking at us!
Oh, that does make me feel better.
Back home, the gang tried to support him by giving him a new laptop with adult sites blocked. Now all he could browse was National Geographic bird documentaries. Nothing says you'll be fine like learning how penguins flirt.
You got your robin,
Wow, you really know your stuff, Joe.
your swallow,
Swallow?
Actually, this is what we're trying to avoid.
you got your titmouse.
Damn it, Joe, stop with the sex birds!
Quagmire appreciated the effort, but was still devastated. His part wasn't just part of him, it was him. They'd been through so much together. First love, second love, 27th love.
As she tenderly unlaced her silken corset, Jennifer shuddered in anticipation of the sensual night ahead.
Eventually, after some deep soul-searching and probably some very awkward showers, Quagmire rediscovered a childhood hobby, ventriloquism. He even invited the gang to his big debut at the local theater.
Damn it! Why did I even open the door? Getting excited. Now I gotta go to this thing.
Peter congratulated him, and while also internally screaming, "Please don't make me watch this puppet nonsense."
Bite me! Laughing already just thinking about it. Only one way to get out of this.
Turns out the show was just a cover. Mid-act, Quagmire cracked and began venting his existential grief through his dummy, confessing he'd never be able to love normally again.
I'm not gonna kill myself. Well then, maybe I can help.
Quagmire, no!
Oh, God, Peter's here. I so don't want to talk to him. Hey, buddy, we gotta catch up.
The guys stormed the stage to stop him before he did something dramatic. Joe wrestled away the puppet, in which, surprise twist, was also a metaphor for, you know?
Are you really gonna just sit there after all the crap white people have given you your whole life? Peter, you could get free tacos with me.
It worked!
Tears were shed, hugs were given. Peter even gave a heartfelt pep talk. This isn't impossible. You know what is impossible? Getting a guy from New York to admit that local pizza doesn't suck.
You call this pizza? We do here, yes.
Back home, Quagmire's dad came by to lift his spirits and brought along Grandma's old sausage prosthetic, because nothing heals a broken man like meat-based legacy.
Please take it. If you don't, I'm just gonna give it to Paul Ryan.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Weird. Proud of you guys, but weird.
Finally back at the hospital, Doctor Hartman performed surgery.
Nurse, you put it on there. I'm not gay.
Several hours, one sausage transplant, and a lot of medical malpractice later, Quagmire was reborn.
So, will it work, Dr. Hartman?
Oh, yes. I'm not sure about urination or sex, but otherwise, yes.
Mostly, except for a weird mole that gives women the ick and the blood-curdling scream he now lets out every time he pees. Giggity, ouch.
Yeah, seems he hasn't missed a beat.
It's great that we can be there for each other in trying times. What's that noise?
That's the sound of peeing out your daddy's wiener.
Number 2, Arousal Aneurysm, Season 23, Episode 9. Every weekend, the guys gather at the Clam to drink, complain about their lives, and pretend they're still in their 30s. But lately, Quagmire's been dipping out early, like suspiciously early. The gang starts to wonder, does he have a girlfriend? Quagmire, of course, refuses to confirm or deny anything, which only makes it weirder.
Sorry, guys, but this one's top secret. Forgot that a homeless guy sits out front. He's very yelly tonight.
Joe suspects something's off. Peter agrees and declares, "We've got a mystery on our hands, boys. Like Murder, She Wrote, but with Angela Lansbury and Paul McCartney solving crimes through interpretive dance."
She's dead.
She sure is, Paul.
You're Paul. I'm Angela. And one of us either looks like an old woman or an old man.
That's the real mystery.
Is James Corden nice?
Not really, no.
So they do what any responsible adults would do. They tail Quagmire like low-budget private eyes. Peter tries to set the mood with an epic action theme song, only to be interrupted when Cleveland cues up smooth jazz. The mood dies faster than a goldfish in hot coffee.
I'm turning mine up. Then I'm turning mine up.
Will you guys please turn off your terrible theme songs?
Sorry, Joe.
Then Joe gets distracted by a monster truck wheelchair ad, because of course he does, and they lose Quagmire entirely.
I'm running over stuff at the Forum this Sunday. You'll pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
The next morning, they barge into Quagmire's place under the pretense of let's play golf and find him in bed with a mysterious woman. Quagmire tries to cover her face with a throw pillow, a pizza box, and even Cleveland's hat, but it's too late.
Oh my God! Quagmire and the librarian? Shh! Quagmire and the librarian.
The woman is revealed. It's Elle, aka the librarian, aka the woman who smells like aged books and danger.
Wow, at the library, I guess Quagmire's been checking out more than just books.
Come on, don't encourage him.
Cleveland is shocked. Peter, however, is more interested in Elle's BB-8 lingerie than her identity. Quagmire awkwardly tries to kick everyone out, like it's a Scooby-Doo crossover episode gone wrong.
I'd appreciate it if you'd leave now.
Yeah, sure. Let me just tie my shoe.
Peter, is that R2-D2 underwear?
Yeah, they're old and stupid.
Turns out Quagmire's been keeping Elle a secret because he was afraid his friends would mock her. He actually likes her, she's smart, she gets him, and most importantly, she accepts his psoriasis.
And when you ask her where she wants to eat dinner, she always has a clear, confident answer.
No way.
You lie.
It's true. And it's nice to date someone where I can relax and be myself. I don't even have to hide my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.
And the cherry on top? She's the best he's ever had in bed. Like mind-meltingly, artery-burstingly good.
She spent the last 30 years sitting at a reference desk reading back issues of Cosmopolitan magazine. That means she's read over 4 million tips on how to please her lover.
Quagmire insists they'd like her if they gave her a chance. Peter, not convinced, says it's like casting someone with eczema to play a shirtless warrior in a Mel Gibson movie. The next day, Quagmire brings Elle to the clam.
Hey, where's your face paint?
I can no wear it. I have the plaque psoriasis. Or at least, I did. Before Scarizzi.
Things go smoothly until Elle mentions Sky Rizzy, and Peter's inner caveman flares up. Quagmire quickly shifts gears. She likes beer. Look, beer.
Elle was saying how much she likes beer.
No, I didn't. I said the library masturbator ruined another atlas.
Peter bluntly tells her they're too different to hang out, but then Elle pulls out. King Puppet, Peter's favorite obscure puppet character. Suddenly Peter's in love.
Quagmire, I love her. You hit it out of the park. Hey, do you know the guy who does Prince Puppet?
Yes, but the prince is a little shy.
Oh my God, how is this happening? I'm just Peter Griffin.
She even rubs eucalyptus oil on their noses, making Peter hallucinate that he's a violent koala defending his eucalyptus stash in the outback.
Hey, Mum, I'm going to pick some of these Tasmanian berries.
Oh, ow, ow, ow.
Oh, crikey, me peepers.
I'm meaner than you think.
But of course this is Family Guy, so it all goes downhill fast. Quagmire discovers Elle is cheating on him with a coworker.
Actually, I'm called a marshaller.
Yeah, I don't think that's a real term, but I can't believe this. Oh, thank God other pilots don't hang out here.
Glenn Quagmire and the Marshaller?
Okay, I guess that is a term.
She claims we're just not sexually compatible, and when he asks why, she hits him with a brutal truth. You're just not enough for me. Joe calls an ambulance, not out of sympathy, but because Quagmire literally suffers a pleasure-induced aneurysm.
The problem is in bed. You've never given me an orgasm.
What?
Word spreads that Quagmire can't satisfy a woman anymore. He's ridiculed, grounded as a pilot, and even babies on flights point and laugh.
Bye now. Thanks for flying. Ma'am, can I help you get off?
Not from what I hear.
I was also on that flight.
He tries to say giggity, but it comes out like a dying car horn.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna trim this overgrown bush.
Oh, God, what am I gonna do?
The guys rally to rebuild his confidence with a good old training montage. Quagmire tries to win Elle back, and she gives him one last shot. Unfortunately, that shot almost kills him.
What happened?
OIA, orgasm-induced aneurysm. Poor guy slept with someone out of his league.
I gotta say, his elbows look perfect.
Thanks, Sky Rizzy.
Elle's stamina is so intense, it's lethal, literally. Ask Nestor, her ex, who died from trying to keep up. Number 3, getting beat up by his girlfriend. Season 12, Episode 3. In this episode, Quagmire finally finds his soulmate, Sonia, a woman who matches his every twisted kink, freaky fantasy, and questionable hobby. It's like Cupid got drunk, spun a wheel, and shouted, "Screw it, let's give this maniac a girlfriend."
Sonia, honey, stay right here. I just have to go to the bathroom.
Wait, Glenn? Take this wine glass. We can use it later.
My God, I've never been so happy.
Quagmire's so head over heels, he changes his relationship status on social media, which shocks Peter more than the time he found out Lois used to date Gene Simmons. Next, Quagmire takes Sonia to his old high school gym to fulfill his lifelong dream, getting freaky with a woman on the basketball court while his old principal, Mr. Goodrich, watches.
Yeah, you like this, Principal Goodrich? Huh? Remember when you once suspended me for showing my wiener in school?
I did?
This isn't as much fun as I thought it would be.
Because nothing screams romance like public indecency in front of a retired school administrator.
I'm sorry, Sonia. I don't think I can finish.
You never could finish, Quagmire. Donahue, get in there.
Then it gets weirder. They cover themselves in black ink and proceed to contort their bodies into every position known to man until they've accidentally spelled out the entire Chinese alphabet on the floor. It's like Kama Sutra meets Rosetta Stone.
When all said and done, Quagmire body tells story of sadness.
And just when you think it couldn't possibly get more disturbing, bam! Sonia blindfolds Quagmire, takes him to a Marriott, and reveals her ultimate fantasy, watching him sleep with her dad.
I want you to have sex with your father.
What?
Yep, and I'm gonna watch.
Hi, Glenn.
Are you crazy? No! No way!
Quagmire hesitates for a hot second, but then gives in because we're supposed to be breaking boundaries. This might be the craziest thing he's ever done, and this guy once tried to marry a donut.
What we love most about each other is that we push each other way beyond our normal boundaries.
Did you enjoy your stay at the Marriott?
No, I did not.
But true love quickly turns into true crime. Sonia starts beating the living giggity out of him. Black eyes, bruised ribs, full-on Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, no.
Not
Nighttime,
okay.
not allowed.
Don't do it.
What? There's nothing wrong with this.
No way. Give me those.
She bugs him 24/7, so he has to communicate with his friends using written notes, like he's living in a spy thriller directed by Nicholas Sparks. Still, Quagmire stays with her. Why? Because love makes people do insane things, like Forrest Gump chasing Jenny for decades, only to catch an STD instead of feelings.
Hi, Forrest. Now that I have the most contagious and incurable disease known to mankind, I'll finally have pity sex with you.
Okay, Jenny. And I'll mow the grass and raise the AIDS, baby.
Quagmire tries to ask Sonia for just one night off. His words, "I'm tired." Her response, "Not tired enough."
The sex has just been nonstop. I mean, I understand that no doesn't mean no, but certainly some word has got to mean no.
She knocks him out, tosses him in the trunk of her car, and even steals his iconic catchphrase, "Giggity." That's when you know things are serious.
Ow! 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 You're hurting me, and I really need to clean out my trunk.
Oh, I'm gonna clean out your trunk. Giggity.
That's my word. That's my word!
After he goes missing for days, Ida, his dad-turned-mom, shows up at Peter's house in a panic. Joe, ever the responsible cop, points out that Quagmire even skipped their annual apple-picking trip, which is basically a national holiday in their friend groups.
Get that one over there. No, not that one.
I already got it. I can't put it back.
Well, it's not going in the pie.
Well, if you're so smart, why don't you come up here and pick them yourself?
And now there's no pie at all.
Joe suggests they check Quagmire's usual haunts. Peter agrees, then makes everyone clean his garage under the guise of investigating, because of course he does.
Quagmire, if you're in there, hang tight, buddy. We're coming.
Right, and if we can't find him in here, he sometimes likes to hang out in between the blades of grass in my lawn, and also in the firewood that needs to be split.
They hit the clothing store where Quagmire once bought 70 red shirts for reasons no one will ever understand. The clerk tricks Peter into buying one. Classic.
This is beautiful. Heart disease looks better when it's wrapped in a tropical floral pattern.
They even hit all the local nightclubs, but no sign of the human libido. Fortunately, someone spills the tea. Sonia has a warehouse where she keeps her exes. Yes, like a human Pokemon storage unit.
Where exactly is this sex slave shed?
I'm not sure, but I've heard she has a unit at Quahog Storage. Apparently that chick's a complete psycho.
Peter just hopes they don't walk in on her doing something weird, like the time he walked in on an Eskimo. Pleasuring himself, don't ask.
Dinner time, Tickaloo. Oh my God!
Doesn't anybody knock?
At last, they find Quagmire, hanging upside down from the ceiling like a sexy Halloween bat. Guys, hurry, he pleads. She'll be back any second.
Glenn!
Hurry, she'll be back soon.
I can't believe the guy with the ponytail and the facial tattoo at the front desk would let this happen.
Joe tries to arrest Sonia, but she's faster than a TikTok trend. She disarms him, turns the gun on them, but lucky for everyone, no bullets.
Don't come any closer or I'll shoot you!
Oh, I don't think you're gonna shoot me. You don't got the boobs.
What?
I don't know.
Joe tackles her to the ground like he's in a Die Hard reboot, and boom, Quagmire is free.
Are you all right? No, I'm pretty fucking far from all right.
Well, I guess this is as good a time as any. Happy birthday, Joe!
You dick!
Number 4, Quagmire gets pimped out. Literally, Season 15, Episode 3. After losing his job, probably for doing something that violates at least 7 federal laws, Quagmire finds himself forced to become a dancer.
Oh my God, what are you guys doing here?
Crap, our disguises didn't work.
But of course, Quagmire doesn't stop there. Oh no, he spirals into full-blown man whoredom faster than Peter devours a bucket of chicken.
That is offensive. I am a dancer, not a gigolo.
Captain Cockpit, my friend is about to get married, and we were wondering if you'd have sex with her for $500.
I'm a gigolo.
One night he gets stiffed by a client and not in the way he's used to, so he calls Peter to pick him up like a lost dog outside a sketchy motel. Being the loyal idiot friend he is, Peter actually helps him get the money back.
Hey, you didn't pay my friend, so I'm gonna play with your doorbell until you pay up.
Stop it!
I can do this all day. I love buttons.
Fine, here's your money.
Quagmire, moved by this act of bro solidarity, gives Peter $20 and asks him to be his manager/driver. Peter instantly says yes, mostly because he needs extra cash to feed his totally not a problem football gambling habit.
And you know what? It'll be nice having a little extra cash to bet on college football. Yeah, I'd like to bet $100.
You want to pick a team?
No, just take it.
At first, everything's going great. Peter's like the world's most wholesome pimp. Think Mr. Rogers if he also yelled "work it" out the window of a Honda Civic. But after a few soul-sucking days, Quagmire begs for a night off. "I'm exhausted," he says.
Boy, I have a whole new respect for Hayden Panettiere. Giggity.
I'm pulling up. You ready?
Oh, hey, Peter, listen, I can't work tonight. I'm spent.
Peter, now fully transformed into Big Pete, the tyrannical gigolo boss, busts through the door like he's on a cop drama. No breaks in this economy.
What's in your pimp cup?
It's actually a wheatgrass ginger mixture. I was in the middle of a cleanse. I didn't know we'd be doing this pimp thing, but I made a promise to my body. Not great.
The next morning at the Drunken Clam, Cleveland is shocked to see Peter's new work outfit. It looks like Steve Harvey's evil twin got lost on the way to Family Feud.
You hosting Family Feud?
No, I'm a pimp.
Big Pete, if we're gonna be sitting, may I use my penis donut?
Bitch, I don't care.
Meanwhile, Quagmire drags himself in looking like a haunted Victorian child ghost, wearing a new uniform. Probably Peter's idea. He tries to order food, but Peter growls, "You eat after the hustle," and points him toward a potential customer, an old lady gnawing on a sandwich.
What should I ask for, 500?
You're not worth that much, you're trash. Ask for 2. You know I hit you and whore you out because I love you, right?
Quagmire says, "No way," but Peter's already raising his hand like, "Do it, or I reintroduce you to the sock."
Okay, let's go.
Just so you know, it takes me a long time.
And so begins Quagmire's tragic reign as the MVP of Quahog Point, where he entertains everyone, from seniors and scooters to enthusiastic post-op gym rats.
Being a prostitute is no fun. You have to work nights, weekends. I hear on SNL the women are funnier than the guys now, but I don't know, I'll never see it.
Things get so intense, HBO produces a gritty documentary, From Small-Town Pervert to Quahog's Finest Escort, the Glenn Quagmire story, narrated by Morgan Freeman. Probably.
You know, some people ask me, would you want your son to be a hooker? My answer is always, hey lady, are we talking or am I beefing you?
Peter, now fully committed to the role of Big Pete, is his manager, driver, and part-time moral vacuum.
You know what that means? Shopping for groceries is what I say instead of, do you want to pay me for sex? So I can't get arrested?
Get in, but don't think it's our project.
He claims to love Guardians of the Galaxy, but won't watch it because the space scenes are too spooky. Classic. Meanwhile, Quagmire keeps grinding, literally, until one night he bumps into Cleveland lurking in the area, just passing through. Which is exactly what you say when your wife asks why your location says back alley number 3.
Hey, I'm freezing. You got a blanket in there or something?
I got a towel, but it's wet because I'm eating peaches. I lied about the hobby. I was sinning. I'm going to drive away backwards now.
The real turning point? A German client. With Big Pete's approval, Quagmire takes the job, but quickly regrets it. She's strong. Too strong.
Big Pete, help! She wants to do German things! German things!
What? No! He hasn't eaten anything in days! It's not gonna work!
And Quagmire hasn't eaten since Tuesday. He taps out, and Peter rushes in to save him, only to get folded like a pretzel himself.
9! 9! She's got us both! Help us, pimps and hoes! Help us, HBO camera crew!
After the traumatic tag team experience, Peter sees the light. "I've become a monster," he sobs. "I let the money blind me." He tearfully apologizes to Quagmire, who, against all logic and dignity, forgives him.
Get my old job back.
Oh, the strike ended a month ago.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I did. Are you still GlennQ10 at AOL.com?
No.
Ah, well, there you go.
Because if Family Guy teaches us anything, it's that no matter how dark things get, you can always end it with a hug, a joke, and maybe some mild emotional scarring. Number 5. Quagmire nearly dies trying to save his sister. In Season 10, Episode 3, Quagmire ends up in the ER after trying to look sexy by choking himself in the living room. Hey, even experienced pilots stall sometimes.
Oh my god! He must have autoerotically asphyxiated himself!
Yeah, while he was watching clown porn.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby, you make me so horny.
So his sweet sister Brenda shows up to take care of him, along with her loving, gentle, and totally psychotic boyfriend Jeff, who gets jealous of her own brother. Yeah, that's where we're starting.
Oh, thank God you're all right.
Hey, you touching my girl?
Relax, Jeff, that's her brother.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Come on, Brenda, we gotta get out of here. I need cigarettes and jeans.
Quagmire eventually recovers and heads home, but Brenda cheerfully says she's happy to be there. Meanwhile, Jeff acts like he's being held hostage at a baby shower.
Fine, then you call my cousin Terry and tell him we're not gonna be at his karate recital.
Well, Jeff, he is my brother.
Why do you always gotta remind me I didn't finish high school?
That night, Quagmire can't sleep because Jeff is loudly screaming at Brenda, blaming her for everything from the rent to climate change.
Where do you get off calling me a deadbeat in front of your brother?
No, Jeff, all I said was that you were in between jobs.
Well, it wouldn't matter if you would just pick up that night shift at the prison.
He even forces her to work in a prison because nothing says I love you like sending your girlfriend to Shawshank to pay your bills.
But then I'll be working 100 hours a week.
So what? I need money for motor oil and wallet chains.
Okay, I'll ask about it Monday. Can I put my nightgown back on?
No, I'm not done drawing.
The next morning, Quagmire shows up to Peter's house looking like he lost a fight with a blender. He tells Peter about the abusive chaos at home, and Peter, being the sensitive soul he is, compares Jeff to an Iraqi lobster. Don't ask, just roll with it.
Death to America and butter sauce. Don't boil me. I'm still alive. Iraq lobster.
Quagmire begs Lois to talk to Brenda. They meet at a coffee shop where Lois sees Brenda sporting a black eye, like it's a new fall accessory, but Brenda still insists Jeff's really sweet. Yeah, sweet like a cactus smoothie.
I don't think you understand how serious I'm at of it. Close your menu.
What?
Close your menu so they know we're ready to order.
I'll give you another moment.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Lois tries to shake her out of it, saying their relationship isn't complicated, unlike trying to get an honest answer from a 23-year-old on Tinder.
Out like go out or hang out or just do something.
Like a date.
Like a date or like a date?
Both, I guess.
Yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know. Yes, no. Here's the first 3 digits of my phone number. Email me.
Quagmire then asks Joe, the neighborhood cop in a wheelchair, to arrest Jeff for 3 days of nonstop abuse.
Hey, Joe, can't you just arrest the guy?
I can't arrest Jeff unless Brenda files a formal complaint with the police.
Joe, however, pulls out the old police handbook and goes, "Sorry, buddy, we can't arrest him unless he kills someone, preferably twice."
And to be honest, I don't blame her. I mean, what happens if one of these nights he hits her so hard he kills her?
Sorry, Quagmire. Police policy, we can't step in until it's too late.
He then suggests something far more effective, an intervention, because if reality TV taught us anything, it's that sitting in a circle and crying always fixes domestic abuse.
So, you like getting beaten, huh? Well, why don't you smoke a whole carton of cigarettes?
So the gang holds an intervention, everyone pours their hearts out, Quagmire nearly gets through to Brenda, and then Jeff bursts in with a surprise announcement. Brenda's pregnant and they're getting married. Cue the collective heart attack.
Pregnant?
Oh, congratulations! Have you thought of any names yet? Maybe Slappy? Or Bruisey? Or Keep It Down in There'sy?
That night, over beers, Quagmire suggests they take matters into their own hands and get rid of Jeff. Joe warns that's illegal, and Peter chimes in. You could also get arrested for hitting on a rooster. Thanks for the legal tip, Peter.
I don't know what this cock-a-doodle-doo thing is, but it sounds gay and it sounds scatological. I'm in.
You're about to have a neat day.
But before they finish debating murder over Coors Light, they hear Brenda scream again. Jeff is back at it, and even Joe finally snaps and agrees to help.
We're watching Leno, you bitch!
I'm so sorry.
His soft, gentle humor connects effortlessly with my mainstream sensibilities.
Let's waste this dick.
The plan: invite Jeff on the guy's annual hunting trip. Jeff immediately agrees because hunting sounds fun, which tells you exactly how many brain cells this man is operating with.
Hey, it beats sitting at home watching Meg pop her zits.
Out in the woods, as they drink beer and pretend they're not plotting homicide, Peter almost spills the beans because, well, Peter.
Well, what the hell are we doing out here? I thought we were gonna kill him.
So, Jeff, do you like loud sentences?
Jeff figures out the whole plan and turns the tables, knocking out Peter and Joe, then dragging Quagmire deep into the woods to finish him off like it's a bad horror movie.
You know, if you had any balls, you'd put that gun down and we could settle this like men.
That's awful big talk for a scrawny bastard like you.
Hey, I'm serious, man. Unless you're scared, I can take you.
Quagmire, ever the clever perv, tries to stall with a fistfight, but Jeff is built like a vending machine and beats the stuffing out of him. Just when Jeff starts choking him out like a Mortal Kombat fatality, he thinks Quagmire is dead and wanders off to dig a grave. Classic villain mistake. But surprise, Quagmire isn't dead. He pulls a full Fast and Furious and runs Jeff over with his car.
What the hell? I killed you!
I choke myself every day, you bastard.
Finally putting an end to the worst boyfriend in Family Guy history. Giggity, justice. Number 6, Quagmire almost dies from a Tinder addiction. Season 15, episode 14. Alright, picture this. Quagmire, the undisputed champ of womanizing, finally discovers Tinder in the year 2017. Yeah, apparently our boy's been so busy chasing tail, he missed a whole decade of technological evolution.
What's Tinder?
It's an app for your phone where two strangers can hook up for a dirty liaison.
What, like hookers?
Nope, just two horny people with phones.
When he finds out about the app, his eyes light up like a kid discovering candy. Or in this case, unlimited hookups with zero accountability.
And you, Scott Kahn? Did you also know about easy sex on the internet?
Yes.
And how about you, douchebag music producer Scott Storch?
Quagmire, all the Scots know about it.
Thanks to the helpful bros, Peter, Joe, and Cleveland, Quagmire gets a crash course in swiping, how to make the perfect profile, how to upload thirst trap selfies, and how to lie just the right amount in the bio. After a wild first date with a girl named Courtney, who disappears faster than a pizza in Peter's hands, Quagmire looks up to the sky and thanks God for inventing smartphones.
My God, this app is amazing! Thank you, cell phone Jesus!
Huh? Oh, yeah, fine.
And then, he goes full beast mode. The man becomes a swiping machine. He's dating so many women per day. Guinness calls to see if he's breaking some kind of record. Things get so out of control, he ends up hooking up with something that may or may not be human. Honestly, it looked like Shrek's cousin who lives in the sewer. Weeks later, the guys notice Quagmire's missing. No calls, no golf, no borderline illegal behavior. They find him in his house. Pale, sunken-eyed, twitching like a raccoon in a Red Bull factory. Dude looks like Nosferatu if he had a dating app.
Smells kinda gamey in here.
Swipe yes on Betsy, swipe yes on Jennifer, swipe yes on Andrea, swipe yes on all the lady faces. Swipe, 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 swipe.
Peter tries to reason with him, but Quagmire's like, I have no friends, only matches.
Hey, Quagmire, maybe it's time to ease off that Tinder, huh?
No!
Ah, damn it. Grayscale.
Then a girl named Heather shows up, and you can tell she's also deep in the Tinder trenches. Like, she probably has carpal tunnel from swiping.
I can take my glass eye out if you want to try something different.
I got a good feeling about her. Maybe she's the one.
Let's do it in the garage. It's kind of cold, but we can do sweaters on, pants off.
In a desperate intervention, the guys yank his phone away. Peter winces and goes, geez, Quagmire looks worse than I do after a weekend in Daytona.
I spanked somebody else's kid.
Quagmire immediately spirals, and in a scene that screams, "This man needs help," he tries to swipe right on a microwave.
Swipe, swipe, swipe. Come on, I'm not getting any matches.
That's when the crew stages a musical PSA, yep, full-on Broadway style, exposing Tinder's dark side, STDs, weird fetishes, and soul-crushing loneliness.
You will catch a dose of blisters and itching and genital warts, 'cause Tinder makes you so gross.
But Quagmire just stands up, claps once, and growls, "Not quitting Tinder," before storming off like a hormonal teenager.
You guys can just forget it. I'm not quitting Tinder.
Guys, I've been to the doctors. I do have a baby in my butt.
Time for plan B. They hire a prostitute to pretend to fall for him. You know, to trick him into remembering real human connection.
This is exactly why you got into the over-the-shoulder advice business. Ignore him, miniature Quagmire. Give up on your attempt to convince real Quagmire to not use Tinder and to instead have sex with this woman who's right in front of him.
Surprisingly, it works. A mysterious woman flirts with him, and Quagmire, now torn between virtual lust and a real-life romance, chooses her. He takes her to a hotel, thinking he's finally back to normal.
I'm Sandra.
I'm Glenn. You know, I just feel like my penis shouldn't be alone tonight. All right.
Twist ending. She's not the woman they hired. She's an assassin on the run. Yep, Quagmire got catfished by John Wick's evil twin.
Hi, I'm that prostitute you guys hired to seduce your friend.
Oh boy. Well, deal's off. He's dead.
And the woman the guys actually hired, she changed careers. Now she's a soccer goalie.
Hey, do you think I could try to kick one?
No, you're all-time goalie.
Number 7, Infectious Insanity. Season 9, Episode 4. It was Halloween, the spookiest night of the year. Unless you're Quagmire, in which case it was the most traumatizing. Joe and Peter decided to prank him the old-fashioned way, by pelting him with eggs like it was an amateur omelet contest. But they didn't stop there. Oh no. Joe went full Oscar-worthy disguise mode and catfished Quagmire as a girl named Jessica. They flirted, they laughed, they did stuff. Then Joe revealed the truth, and Quagmire nearly had a full emotional Windows crash.
Got you again, Quagmire.
You said you were that waitress from Friendly's.
I lied.
You jerk.
I didn't feel anything, but you did.
Happy Halloween.
Naturally, Quagmire switched into full DEFCON 1 defense mode, but that didn't stop Peter and Joe, who came back wielding a hypodermic needle filled with every disease known to modern science, like Pokemon, but make it viral. Luckily, Quagmire's immune system is apparently built like a Marvel character, and he resisted everything.
Gonorrhea!
Patient 0. You're gonna have to do better than that.
I don't know, Joe. That's it. We're out of known diseases.
But Peter, being Peter, wasn't about to let his prank flop like a straight-to-DVD Stewie spinoff. So he flew to Senegal, yes, Senegal, caught a disease-ridden mosquito, brought it back like a souvenir from hell, and let it bite Quagmire.
All right, what this is has no name, so you can't have it.
End result, Quagmire turned into a human balloon animal and collapsed.
We got him.
Halloween is fun.
Forgive them? Ha! Not in a million lifetimes. Quagmire pretended everything was fine, smiling, laughing, plotting revenge like a Bond villain with a pilot's license. Sitting on Peter's lawn with a beer, he casually brought up his Japanese grandfather, who, fun fact, was a kamikaze pilot in World War II at the Battle of Midway.
Wow, how come I never met him?
He was a kamikaze pilot.
Yeah, no, I heard you. He was a karma chameleon, but how come I never met him?
Because he died, Peter.
Oh my God, when? And how?
Later, Peter and Quagmire asked Joe to join them for drinks, but Joe was on patrol. Peter, being the king of impulsive chaos, suggested they patrol with Joe. Joe hesitated, remembering the last time he got lost in a grocery store and had to call for help like a toddler.
Are you okay?
No, I came in with my wife and now I can't find her.
Oh, I'm sure she's here somewhere. Come on, I'll help you find her.
Okay.
Peter, ever helpful, pretended to lose Lois just to get her name called over the loudspeaker. Romantic? Number annoying? Absolutely.
Will Lois Griffin please come to the courtesy booth. We have a little gift for you.
I'm Lois. Oh, for God's sakes, Peter.
Yay, Lois!
Eventually, Joe gave in because, well, bros before patrol codes.
Ugly bitches!
While driving, Joe asked if Quagmire got any cultural influence from his Japanese roots. The answer? Oh, totally. Spoiler, it was about to get very Japanese.
I do 5 hours of math homework every night, even though I'm no longer in school. Sometimes I drink out of a wooden box.
Very Asian.
I was a very cute baby, and now I'm a joyless adult.
They are unhappy.
Right then, a domestic dispute broke out. Joe told Peter and Quagmire to stay in the car, so naturally they didn't. Peter even blasted goofy music while Joe tried to break up a fight like a cop in a comedy sketch. After a long, chaotic night, Quagmire took them to the Air Force Cemetery, also known as the perfect place for revenge. There, he found a fully functional Japanese Zero warplane just sitting there, because apparently no one checks security on historical death machines.
You guys want to go for a ride?
Sure.
Hell yeah!
Wow, I always thought the Japanese flew flying saucers.
He invited Joe and Peter on a joyride. It started out fun, like a historical Disney ride. Then Quagmire flipped the revenge mode switch and dove the plane toward the docks at terminal velocity. Peter screamed, "Dude, calm down," in a tone that said, "I just peed a little."
Whoa, easy, Quagmire. What are you doing?
I don't know, Peter. It's like something just awakened inside me. I can feel my grandfather's Japanese blood coursing through my veins.
Quagmire, dead serious, started monologuing like an anime villain, claiming his grandfather's kamikaze blood was flowing through him, guiding the plane toward glory, and their horrifying demise. Just when they were about to reenact Pearl Harbor to Panic in the Harbor, Quagmire pulled up and leveled the plane. He looked at them and calmly said, "That's for the pranks, jackasses. And by the way, I'm not even Japanese."
Pranks on you! I'm not Japanese!
You're not?
No! That was for making me have sex with Joe, you sons of bitches!
You guys actually had sex?
Yeah, I kind of went rogue with that one.